Aloha, Sprinklerinos! No, that is not my intro, but it is the intro of Louise, who is known in the YouTube sphere as Sprinkleofglitter. Why did you do that, Aaron? Now you've got to clean up. I feel like Edward Cullen. I think it actually makes my room a lot prettier, to be honest. On with the actual topic of the video. Louise recently made a video centered around this whole idea of YouTube celebrity culture, which I will be directly referring to within this video. So if you haven't seen that, then here is a link, and you should go check that out right now. You done that? Good. Let's roll. See, the problem that I have with this entire ordeal is that people seem to be, like, very into this idea that there's a great cultural divide. Like, there's this mass schism between the people who create the things and the people who watch the things. Like, these people are up there on their podium like, oh, I make YouTube videos, and these people are like, oh my god, we love you! But the thing is that if that becomes an actuality, which is sort of what seems to be happening, then YouTube is becoming progressively more and more like what it was never intended to be, which is television. The thing with the television thing is that people make the things, and other people watch the things and like the things, and the people who make the things are like, yeah, great, I'm making these things and getting a crap ton of money for it. But the idea with YouTube is that anybody can make the things, and anybody can interact with anybody else and make bigger and better things across like a community of people who can talk and engage and interact with each other. And the thing is that it's not just black and white. Like, there's not just, like, you're not a creator or you're a viewer, because many creators, as Louise said, like, watch other creators on the YouTubes. Like, just because you make videos doesn't mean you suddenly stop watching them. Like, that's not what happens. And there's actually far more of like a grey scale, like, in the middle ground than many people are aware. To illustrate this, I am going to discuss my time spent at DigiFest last weekend. That was really good. Never before have I seen this, like, fangirl celebrity mentality in quite such terrifyingly vivid detail as I did at DigiFest. It got to the stage where the fangirls were kept behind, like, metal barriers, and the YouTubers were, like, hidden backstage, but they were literally penned away like animals in a zoo, and all of the people were literally, like, banging at the gates like, let me in! I must see Pointless Blog in real life! Oh my god, please! Except they're not quite as British or manly as that. It was more a case of screaming, which I'm not going to reenact. I knew how this would be settled in the animal kingdom, but this was girl world. No! Stop it! Stop it! Pointless Blog is mine! No! I will touch the butt! Side note, like, it raises some really interesting questions about the mentality of these people. Like, what could possess a human being to, you know, scream in the face of another human being? Like, I don't know why that's a thing. Like, one interesting theory that I did hear was that when there's such a large volume of people that want nothing more than to simply say hello to, like, one individual, they're sort of vying for attention. The only way that they can think of to get noticed is to scream louder than the person next to them. And when you have a crowd of thousands of girls and boys, there's some of those in there as well, like, I'm not completely gender stereotyping here. There were plenty of those too. You have this massive crowd of thousands of people that are all trying to scream louder than everybody else. Gets a little bit out of hand. The only thing that I can think of to liken it to is, you know, toddlers when their parents are busy talking to someone else and they're like, "Bitch, no, I want your attention right now, please," and they scream for them. That's what people are doing, and it's pretty terrifying, really. Why are you doing that? Don't do that. They're just people that make videos on the internet. But back onto the topic of the grayscale, like, that left me and my friend Rob in a really awkward position. What do I do? Because I'm not a screamy person, nor am I a big, popular, famous YouTuber or Viner or whoever else was there. I'm sort of in the middle here, and I have friends who are in the backstage bit because they're considered more popular than I, and I would like to interact with them, but I'm not allowed to do that because I'm not big or important enough. So I'm kept pushed away with the screamy people. And the screamy people are very loud and obnoxious, and they hurt my ears, and didn't know what to do. See, one of the main differences between me and a lot of these people is that I've had the opportunity to meet and converse with a lot of the people that inspire me, but that is also because that I've been trying to talk to them like a human being. Yes, I watch people's videos, and yes, I appreciate them, but then I also want to, like, you know, engage with these people on like a more personal level, because one, because they create things that I enjoy, and two, because I could learn from them and potentially work with them. There was an example at VidSpoon last October where I saw a YouTuber that I watched and I was sort of wanted to talk to, but they had like a queue of people coming towards them wanting to take photos and get things signed, and I was like, I don't really want to, I'm not going to join that. So I was sort of standing with my friends like near to this, where this was going on, and then once the queue had sort of dissipated, the YouTuber in question then turned around towards me, and my friend was like, "Oh, I think I'm done now. Hello, how are you? I am insert YouTuber name here." And I was like, well, that went a lot better than just queuing up to take a photo with them, because now I'm actually talking to you. I mean, it becomes difficult because some of these people that I've met, I've started to create like relationships with, or at least I think I have. And a real question for me is, how do you tell? Some of the people that I'd like to think I'm friends with have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and it's like, when there's that many people that want to know the person in question, like, how can you tell when you're starting to forge a genuine relationship, or when they're just extending you the same sort of courtesy that they would any other one of their fans? And I mean, it is quite difficult. I honestly don't know. I don't know where I stand in this whole game. Like, are people just putting up with me? Am I not like big or famous enough for these people? I don't know. Honestly, the state of this community as it stands right now is pretty terrifying. It's a really confusing place to be right now, and I don't know where I stand, and honestly, I'm just gonna keep making things and talking to people and making things with people, and if it becomes progressively more difficult because of the escalation of fangirl culture, then that's not good. I don't like that, but I'm gonna keep trying, I guess. At the end of the day, all I can do is just keep making videos and advise that other people who do the same. And I don't know where I stand in this weird cultural divide, but an accurate representation of my feelings.